So today I'm going to teach you how to answer evidence-based questions on the SAT reading test. It's important to get good at these because these questions come up a lot. They're in almost every passage on the SAT. On the ACT, they don't come up, so you don't have to worry about them. So to get an idea of what we're talking about here, these are the questions where you have a normal question like number 4. And then in the next question, it asks for evidence for the previous question. So we're going to look at how to approach that in the most effective way. If you are like a lot of students, you'll do number 4 first, and then you'll get to number 5, and you'll try to find the evidence for your answer for number 4. So you'll, in essence, treat them as 2 separate questions. But in my strategy, you treat them as one single question. So with number 4, if it were a question on its own, then you would have the entire passage to worry about. The answer to this question could be within the passage anywhere. But with number 5 attached to number 4, you have the fact that the answer has to be within these lines. So you can use that to your advantage. And you're going to first read the question. So which reaction does Akira most fear from chai? So we're looking for a reaction first, and it has to be something that Akira fears. So a reaction that Akira fears. Now we'll go to number 5 and we'll look for the lines where this question might be answered. So we're looking in the lines for a reaction that Akira fears. So let's look at line 33. And let's read it. And if we look at line 33, it does not say anything about a reaction he feared. It just talks about his voice. So we can get rid of that one. Let's go to lines 49 to 51 now. And then we know that that doesn't really talk about the question either. That just talks about children and how they act. So we can get rid of that one. Let's go to 63 to 64 and read that one. Now that one could be it, because that's Akira saying, please don't judge my candidacy. So please don't judge me. Akira is afraid that Chai will judge him. So that is a reaction from Chai that he is afraid of. Then 71 to 72. And I recommend checking all of them, even if you feel you have one, because sometimes you have multiple lines that contain a possible answer to the previous question. So let's look at 71 to 72. So this one does not, again, answer the question. It does not give a reaction from Chai that he could be fearing. It just talks about him here. So we'll get rid of that. So C is really the only one that actually answered the question. Now let's go back to number 4 and see which one matched C. So A could be it because it did talk about how she might judge his proposal. B did not talk about B. It did not talk about C. And then it did not talk about D. It was all about her judging whether the proposal is appropriate. So A has to be it, matching with C. So you can see how we treated it as one question rather than looking through the whole passage and trying to get the answer from the whole passage to this question. You instead use the lines to your advantage.